Alrighty, so it looks like we know what's coming up next. We don't have official confirmation yet, but basically, I mean, it's essentially official, right? It's an unofficial leak insider post by I Seriously, you know, the one who said he was retired and never actually quite retired. Yep, he's back. Last time he tweeted, it was in fact the Kid Goku tweet on the 15th, which was 3 days before Saiyan Day. So this one dropping on the 28th morning my time is kind of fitting, honestly. So in a matter of 3 days, we would be jumping into the next celebration, which puts us right on track for the April 1st Dokkan Festival. So with this tweet right here, I mean, this just confirms it's going to be Cell. It's going to be perfect Cell. Could it be perfect into super perfect, perfect into power weighted, or just plain perfect Cell? That part remains to be seen. So official confirmation should be as early as tonight or tomorrow. Looking back at last year, JP, remember last year's celebration in the same time slot for JP was Popo. Global didn't get that. Global had something else. I don't remember what it was, but we have to follow JP's scheduling. So looking back last year, JP got their announcement for the next Dokkan Festival, March 28th, 1 a.m. my time. So this year would be a day later. So if it were to happen tonight, it could be 1 a.m. to the 29th Pacific, which means we would get the Dokkan Festival, you know, the event teaser in here. Let's actually take a look at the entire celebration. Also, I will say for perfect form Cell, actually, let's start there. Let's take a look at the categories. So I'll tell you one thing. The Daima dream is dead, right? For this upcoming Dokkan Festival. This, however, does not mean that Golden Week is not going to be. It's at this point, it is a foregone conclusion, in my opinion, that Golden Week will be Daima. I guess, if anything, this gives you enough separation between Daima units. Daima Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta was March 3rd. We had 2 Dokkan festivals and a part 2 in between, and then we jump back into Daima during Golden Week. Question is now, is it going to be Super Saiyan 4 adult Goku? Is it going to be Super Saiyan 4 mini Goku that would headline this along with Goma, or would it just be something completely different? What if it's like Super Saiyan 3 Goku mini Daima and Majin Buu or Majin Buu? You know, we don't really know. So I guess that's the real question for Golden Week. Most of you should be saving for this. If you are anti Daima but you are interested in summoning for Cell, I will say, to be fair, this guy is going to have a pretty unique set of leader skills. If you factor in the 10th anniversary LRs, that would be 6 characters, plus the Daima Vegeta, which is like a part EX, right? That's 7 characters that currently exist in the game with the 220% leader skill. None of them are like truly catered towards extreme class. You could argue that there's a decent amount from full power that could go. Battle of Fate is sort of a mixed bag as well. Battle of Fate would be Frieza's leader skill. Full power is Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, but the rest are really more focused on the super class. So what is a good thing for Cell is that he is going to lead, I would say, a pretty nice set of leader skills for extreme class. And this is good because extreme class is definitely, you know, yearning for something good. The ones that come to mind as far as beneficiaries for this guy's 220% leader skill would be units like Janemba, Buhan, depending on what the leader skill is going to look like. Actually, where's Buhan? Frieza. I guess we can start there. In terms of leader skills, looking at this, I mean, this is just perfect form. If he were to transform into perfect Cell, then you would throw in all of these as well. Planetary Destruction. I'm going to go ahead and assume it's going to be something more like this. Full power has been covered. What would be like an extreme class? Okay, so let's see. It'll be mostly extreme class with some room for super class. So let's say like artificial life forms, Android Cell Saga, there's your super class in, and then Planetary Destruction, you know, that would be HP 200% stats plus 170, extra stats plus 50 to sworn enemies, and I don't know, accelerated battle. I'm terrible at leader skill, you know, concoctions, so you guys let me know. Could it be something like that? Sounds kind of good, right? You got sworn enemies in there, sworn enemies and planetary destruction. That accounts for a lot of good stuff. Well, no, actually not really. I don't know. You guys come up with it and let me know. But like in this, you would have like, oh, transformation boost. Actually, wait, is he power absorption? Perfect form Cell is power absorption. So yeah, I mean, that would be good, right? Power absorption, transformation boost, that would give us Buhan. As long as the like extreme class super EZAs are among those that benefit from his leader skill, I think that's what I'm mainly looking for. And then this celebration would probably also bring us another super easy. Oh yeah, and this Cell, yeah. Yeah. So give me something with that. Let me know in the comments. Come up with some good leader skill for these characters that can allow them all to thrive. This is going to be good. This is going to be the start of a new world order for extreme class characters. Looking forward to it. In terms of links on perfect form, we have this. So if we go down to 2 links, that's where everybody else shows up. If we were to try the super perfect, right? Perfect cell. What sort of links are we looking at here? This would be, oh, actually even less. We have even less synergy here. Why is that? Oh yeah, Attack of the Clones, Messenger from the Future. These do kind of kill the synergy. But if it is going to be some sort of a unit that transforms into both, leader skill or the categories would change. Big bad bosses would still be there, but the categories would change. Okay, so now let's go through and let's take a look at the Topo celebration. Remember, Global is getting a maintenance on the 30th of March. So this is not only going to be for Global to catch up and get that update 5.2, 5.6, but this would also be where we get the assets and all the data for the upcoming celebration. So if you want to know exactly what time this character is going to be dropping, that's going to be when we find out. So that's still a little bit away. All right, so now let's take a look at the Topo celebration. So this was a combination of Topo and the Ginyu Force. So I guess we can honestly just account for both. So for this one, there was an EZA for the Gotenks. Okay. Did we get the Super EZA? Yeah, we got the Super EZA for the Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks in here as well. Okay. More missions for the legendary Frieza event, and then a Dragon Ball story, burst mode, the usual. I don't know if this celebration is missing anything else. Ultimate Clash, Super Battle Road. Okay, so Super Battle Road, Extreme Super Battle Road should most definitely be there. And then EZA, Super EZA. I guess that's the next place where we look. What can we look for that? Okay, so our last Super EZA was the Perfect Cell, right? So after that, who would be the next theoretical Super EZA candidate? Maybe the LR Trunks. That would be a good one. Either LR Trunks or maybe the Cell Perfect Form Cell Junior. Or once again, I'm just going to throw this out there. What if we get a friend summon Super EZA? I mean, we're already... If we were to get a friend summon Super EZA, it would be for this guy. That would be our 3rd hype AGL LR in a row. That's free to play because we got the Demon King Piccolo, who was really good. Then Bardock showed up, who's on a whole new level. And then this guy, yeah, maybe. Okay, so I'm going to throw some maybes out there. It would be this one, friend summon. I suppose this guy is up for grabs as well, although he's, yeah, okay. STR Perfect Cell could get a Super EZA. I'm going to throw in the Trunks and then I guess the LR Physical Perfect Form Cell. After that, I don't really know where we could go. Yeah, I think it's probably going to be one of those. I think it's going to be one of those. As far as an EZA goes, that one's a little bit easier just because it really just boils down to these guys right here. History of Trunks, right? You could throw in the Cell or the Trunks and Gohan. You could throw in the Tech Android 1718. That would actually be a significant upgrade to artificial life forms or whatever leader skill they go for. I'm sure a lot of people are maybe thinking that a Golden Week pair EZA could happen. That is still a possibility. The reason why I'm hesitant to say that is because I could totally see this being a Golden Week thing, which would retroactively end up being better for this celebration that's coming up, because by the time this celebration is done, going into Golden Week, these characters getting those EZAs would just reinforce everything that we built up throughout the course of the celebration. So I would not be surprised if that were to happen. So I'm going to rule these out simply because they will EZA during Golden Week, but they could very well EZA sooner. I'm sort of setting my sights on these guys. I think these would be like the most logical next step, because there's really not too much else on the Android Cell Saga category that needs well, I mean, a lot of them need EZAs that are on the older side without anything, right? Okay, so yeah, that sort of covers our EZA, Super Battle Road would be just reflecting on whatever the category is. Same with Extreme Super Battle Road. Burst mode could be some Android Cell Saga celebration. I guess that's really it. There's really not much else to consider here. So you guys let me know in the comments what sort of leader skill and celebration overall you could imagine there being for Android Cell Saga. Regardless of what it is, would you summon? Would Cell be a compelling enough leader skill for you to summon? Granted, this is going to be our first look at a new age extreme class team to 20%. So that could entice a lot of people. We'll see. And then for part 2, I mean, that still remains to be seen. What would they do for part 2? Like last year was special pose. That was the common thread. So if they were to do like Okay, you know that there's going to be some LR Kid Buu copium here, right? So if that's the case, I mean, you know what though? They do link, right? They are both sworn enemies. They are both planetary destruction. Hold on a second. Let's see. Where's Kid Buu? Kid Buu. Okay, so this is with Perfect Cell. Planetary destruction, sworn enemies, accelerated battle. Oh, there's a lot of connective tissues. So yeah, I would say Kid Buu as an LR for part 2. I'm not gonna say it's going to happen, but it definitely does increase the chances. So maybe it's finally time for that meme to be put to rest, right? We'll see. So give me your whole prediction, your opinions, your thoughts, and all that stuff. And in a matter of a day or two, we should get official confirmation through Dokkan itself what's coming up. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to like down below. Let me know in the comments if you guys believe in the I seriously tweets, or do you still think that these are not worth you know, leaning on as guarantee. And if Android Cellstock is in fact a celebration, what sort of EZA, super EZA do you want to see? What can you imagine the leader skill overall kit to be for the new Dokkan Festival? Share your thoughts in the comments down below. And then of course the part 2 LR, you know, give me your wish. Also be sure to subscribe for more Dokkan content in the future and click the notification bell so that you, the YouTube, know you want to see more of my stuff. Do it. Thanks again. Stay tuned and always remember to Dokkan responsibly.